finished the story.
And we are back. It is Backlash Week. First PLE pay-per-view for WWE since WrestleMania. Kind of live up to it, but let's have a chat. How are we doing, mate?
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.
That's how I'm feeling. I feel like I believe in Joe Hendry. I'm all right, mate. Just finished work. This is weird for us because we normally don't do it.
Yeah.
Normally when I finish on a Monday and normally just go and sit downstairs with my folks for a bit. But no, I'm all right. All good. How are you?
Yeah, it is a bit odd because we've got no Raw to talk about because it's not been on yet. So yeah, it's just a bit of an odd day for us to do it, but we can't let the audience down. Can't let the viewership down.
No.
But yeah, I'm feeling a bit ropey, but hey, we soldier on, don't we? But yeah, Backlash week. So we'll have a bit of a chat about Backlash, do our predictions, whatnot. So how many matches? 5 again?
5 matches, yeah.
Have there been 5 confirmed? Because I was trying to think about this before, wasn't it? 5 matches, but we'll also have a bit of a chat about
the best thing that happened on TV.
Yeah, as I say, fairly quiet week in the world of wrestling, but that all depends what you watch.
Well, what you watch and what you think of a certain individual.
But yeah, that's that pro channel I was telling you and Teddy about showing TNA last week. I've recorded it. It's only classic TNA.
I thought it was when you were telling me. I didn't think it'd be the full.
But they've advertised that as like the new thing, so I've cancelled that recording.
Fuck him.
Yeah, I don't get it wrong. I like classic TNA. Absolutely love classic TNA, but there's some matches I don't need to watch.
Yeah, well,
for me, the show classic TNA, like anything AJ, Christopher Daniels, Samoa Joe, Ultimate X, just show it on a loop. Inject that shit straight into my veins.
No, Monsters Ball was good.
Yeah,
Full Metal Mayhem was good.
Full Metal Mayhem. Anything
Raven's in. Because Raven's just sick.
Yeah, pretty much anything early TNA Kurt Angle.
Anything till like 2007, and then it started getting ropey, and it was like you had like I don't know, I can't remember what they were called in TNA, but Road Dogg and Billy Gunn.
Oh, the
Kid Mafia, VKM, and trying to call out Triple H and Shawn Michaels, and everyone thought they were actually going to show up and shit like that. It kind of annoyed me a little bit because it was like that's not what TNA is. Like,
no.
Sorry, but they're still going strong.
But yeah,
I'm up to date with TNA. I watched TNA on a certain website. So I'm up to date with TNA.
Watch Rebellion. I did watch Rebellion this week. It was okay.
I'm very unsure with what's his name, Matthew Reinfeldt, is it? So Aiden English in WWE.
Oh yeah.
I'm very, very iffy with it.
I think it's his acting, to be really honest.
Yeah, it's a bit dodgy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, he needs somebody next to him that's better, someone like a Byron Saxton or something. So
Morano. Somebody needs to go out and get Morano.
He won't ever do it again. He won't do it again. He's already said. His mental health took a dive. He won't do it.
Best sports commentator, bar none. Yeah, you tell me.
Jim Ross.
Black and Gold NXT was fucking. He made Black and Gold NXT more exciting.
No. But Jim Ross in the Attitude Era.
I'll give you that.
Michael Cole now. Michael Cole's so underrated. It's unreal. He gets hate because of what Vince made him say.
Imagine Michael Cole, Pat Mack on Raw, and Morano, Corey Graves.
I'd love it.
With Stu Bennett.
Take Booker T off NXT. I hate him on commentary. I can't stand him. And put Wade there. Wade was sick in NXT. Don't put Beth back though, because Beth was just dreadful.
Let's get the.
We've had some news from WWE though.
Well, we'll jump into that in a second. Let's do the spot of the week that everybody loves to see. What shirt are you wearing this week?
I think they're getting a bit bored of mine because they're all the fucking same. Because I've not bought any in a while. Charlotte Flair's this week.
I've got
To be
Juicy
fair, I
J
didn't
on.
have this on. I had a United shirt on when I was working, and then I took it off because I thought I can't do a pod in a United shirt, so I changed it.
Yeah, I've got my Judgment Day shirt on today. Been out today, so I've got the first shirt. I haven't had any new ones this week. I have thought about a couple, but they're not coming from WWE.
Whoa, what are you talking about?
There's other wrestling companies.
No one cares about them now. Oh, TNA, no, we do about TNA, that's fair. I need a Joe Hendry shirt. I'm going to get one. I've decided, though, and I said when it first came out, I weren't going to get a Yeet t-shirt. I thought it was stupid. And then I went out yesterday with a friend who I've not seen in a while, and he's subscribed now, so... All right, Chris. He's got back into wrestling at WrestleMania because he watched WrestleMania and it made him fall in love again with it. He'd been out of it for years. He's not watched it for years. We used to be addicted to it when we were kids. So he's got back into it through WrestleMania. He bought a Yeet t-shirt and he had it on when we went to Weatherspoons on Sunday. I actually like it, but I'm not going to buy the white one because white doesn't suit me.
No, blue.
So I'm going to buy the blue Yeet t-shirt because at the moment there's 20% off. If you use code WWE Superstar, so I'm going to use it.
Yeah. So I've obviously 20% off in the WWE Superstar. Use the link below, as Matt's put on one of these nice fancy frames around our snow. Yeah, I nearly made a big purchase this week. I'm still trying my idea. Like a big purchase.
I wanted the Bray Wyatt t-shirt, but it's not part of the sale.
No, none of the brand new ones or the popular ones are. I nearly bought a belt this week. Another one.
A belt? Which one?
I'm still umming and ahhing with it. The Mankind special one.
All right, no, I won't tell you to get that one.
Or the Latino Heat Eddie Guerrero. I'm thinking more of Mankind one because Mick Foley's doing Comic-Cons. And he's in Northern Ireland Comic-Con in September. So I could kill two birds with one stone. Go visit my family and go to Comic-Con and get Mick Foley to sign it. I didn't add it to my collection of Mick Foley stuff because it's starting to get a bit of Mankind Mick Foley. It works out like, what was it? I even thought about doing it on Klarna as well. It worked out about 75 over 3 months.
Like
but yeah, no, I've got other stuff I need to get first, more important, like clothes and stuff.
Do you though?
Yeah, no, mate. I've got like boxer shorts that have got more holes in it than they should have. So it's stuff I'm desperately.
Listen, guys, can you all subscribe so we can get some new freaking boxes?
Yeah, guys, these all to start subscribing and following and linking it. They'll do everything because I can't even buy boxer shorts. No, I need like jeans and stuff like that. Because obviously with the issue with my leg, like my old stuff, they still fit everywhere else but my leg. So I need to buy looser fit stuff now. So it's a bit of an overhaul, but yeah. But yeah, I'm really tempted because it comes in a Mr. Socko. I was like, I even said to Zoe, she's like, ooh. So I watch this space. It could still turn up.
If he comes on the pod with it next week, I'll be impressed.
No.
I'll be impressed.
I don't need encouragement. I really don't need.
You come to the wrong person then.
Yeah, I know.
All I will do is encourage you.
It's only going to sit on top of my cupboard, mate, with my other one. I've got nowhere to display them yet.
You're acting like there's an issue. Don't see an issue.
Yeah, there is an issue. It's called a wife.
She's all there for it. Just buy her like Supermarket Simulator 2.0 or something.
Right, she's not all there with it. But yeah, so yeah, watch this space. I think I might hold out until they put like a better offer on belts or something, then have a look.
They did for time. Over the like before the TV one, before the Superstar one, they had one for belts for like from WrestleMania till now.
Yeah, I know. I didn't think then, did I?
No, you didn't, to be fair, which is weird because we look at it every single week.
I look at it multiple times a week, mate. When I'm in work, I'll just
Through
put
the
it.
link
I'll have a look at
in
it
the
when I'm in
description
work.
below.
Yeah, I didn't even think about the Mankind Belt. I think what it was as well, because I've watched some of the that A&E show where Hidden Treasures looking for the
Yes,
old stuff. I'm watching some of them this week. I watched the Cody one looking for Dusty stuff, and
I've watched that one.
obviously Mick Foley's on there, and there's a Mick Foley one as well that I need to
Yeah,
find the
watched
full
that one
episode of. And obviously,
on that website.
thank you. I absolutely love Mick Foley. If you guys don't know,
He
he
loves Mick
is
Foley, by the way.
like he's my joint first favorite wrestler of all time. He's my favorite living wrestler of all time.
Fair play.
And I just appreciate it whenever I watch anything with him and he talks about like his career and what he did and stuff. Oh, that was it. It was the Comic-Con interview from last year. It went on YouTube this week. That's where it triggered it. I'm just like, oh, I'd love to meet him again. Take him some Cadbury's chocolate.
Cadbury's chocolate.
When I went and met him, mate, he was yamming miniature heroes. So I've said if I ever go meet Mick again, I'm buying him a box of miniature heroes. But yeah, so yeah, just watch your space. But yeah, guys, if you're gonna buy your merch, like Matt's Flair t-shirt, Judgment Day one, use the link below, help the fellas out. It'd be muchly appreciated. And as you can see, wherever Matt's put them today, all social media, go ahead and go follow it. Head over to TikTok, and because I am running a series which will launch last week on the A to Z of the wrestlers, and I'm going to draw out each one. I'm going to repost the first letter again, A, the next day or so, and then start on B. I've had a couple of suggestions. One from Matt himself, Bam Bam Bigelow. One from Zoe. She really wants me to do Bianca Belair. Somebody has said Bogeyman. And then an idiot has said John Cena.
Oh.
So they didn't comment back and say the next letter is B. So they went Bon Cena.
Did they actually?
Yeah, I know who it is.
Oh.
They've messaged me privately and said, did you see my comment? Like,
did you see me comment? Good.
Did it annoy you? I was like, no, I just thought you were an idiot.
Just subscribe to us, dickhead.
Yeah, I think you might do. I don't know. But yeah.
Fair enough. Hiya, by the way.
I won't subscribe to it. He probably follows the TikTok page for us. No, I know he does because we did a subscribe because he's got a channel of his own as well. It's not wrestling. But no, let's crack in. So what do you want to start with?
What do you want to talk about? Let's talk about the big news.
Wrestling fellas, fans. What do you want to talk about? Well, do you want to talk about that? Because you seem really excited about it when it came online before.
Sorry, Sarah.
Matt has just put the Joe Henry theme tune on his sister's speaker. You're dead.
How do I leave?
Play it loud.
Turn
it up.
I've left it.
Turn it up.
I've left it. Anyway, where should we start? Joe Hendry has released his theme song on Spotify and Apple Music. Go and get it up. At the moment, Joe Hendry put it on Twitter before. It's above Taylor Swift's new single and Beyonce's. So go and listen to it. Go and buy it. Get it above the Swifties because no one likes them anyway.
Right. So I'm going to be really honest. It annoys the shit out of me. But if it beats Taylor Swift and Beyonce, I'll be very, very happy. I may not like it, but if it pisses off on their fans, go and like it. Wrestling community, get behind Joe Hendry and get him the number one. And I can't wait to
2 minutes ago. Sorry, mate, go on.
Can't wait to hear Joe Hendry on the Radio 1 chart show.
Oh, mate, imagine. So, excuse me, 2 minutes ago, Joe Hendry tweeted, in the US, Joe Hendry, I believe in Joe Hendry, is currently 13th in the charts. It is just one below Taylor Swift. With I don't know what the song is. I Can Do It With a Broken Heart. What a surprise! It's about a broken heart. Fucking hell, that's all the songs are about.
Like the Rage Against the
Um,
Machine guys
then
got them to #1 for Christmas. We can do this.
yeah, definitely. And then it is above Texas Hold'em by Beyonce, which is a tune, but we know. But Natasha Bedingfield on Written's at 11th somehow. But
TikTok's
yeah,
giving it a re-release of life.
how was it? In the UK, I don't think he's put it on. He did this morning. In Ireland, it was 11th, and it was above Taylor Swift. So we need to get it up. To be fair, 5 hours ago, it was first on the iTunes charts. So everyone get it up, go and buy it. It's 99p. Everyone can support 99p. I've
Stream
done
it as well, though. Streams count towards it. They count a lot less, but they do count towards it.
I've done it. Go and get it 99p. Joe Andrew, we'll have him on the channel. We'll get it up there for you. Let's talk about some serious news. Drew McIntyre, his contract status has been up for a while. What's he doing? Is he going to AEW? Is he going to be a part of All In? The answer is no. He has re-signed with WWE. The Rock announced it, which probably pissed him off a little bit. But The Rock announced it. Bit of a special thing between them with a sword or whatever. However, now he's signed. He's now taking time off. Well, he's taking time off now.
What?
He's injured. Funnily enough, it's his elbow. Weird that, innit? Calm as a bitch. PW Insiders reported that Drew McIntyre will not be returning to television immediately, as he's still recovering from a severely hyperextended elbow. Despite his injury, McIntyre gained significant respect from WWE for his dedication to continue to work through the issues during last week's UK tour. So he's taking some time off to get it recovered.
Hyperextended. So
now you can't take the mick out of Punk's little silly elbow because he's now got it right. He's now got an issue. Also, some more injury news and big injury news. Darby Allin got hit by a bus at the
hit by a fucking bus in New York. Have you seen the pictures?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
And it weren't because of his fault either. So.
No, look, because he's meant to be climbing Everest, didn't he? And then he broke his foot. Then he's done something else, and now he's been hit by a bus. He ain't meant to climb that mountain. He is not meant to climb that mountain.
Tit. Where else should we go? R-Truth, as in the news. He's mentioned about bringing back the 24/7 title. He is the biggest. He is the man that's held it the most. It's been officially retired. R-Truth doesn't rule it out returning, and said anything is possible in an interview with Steve Fall of 10 Count Media.
I don't think it needs it right now. I don't. That's too slapstick. That's too Vince McMahon slapstick. That for me right now. I think we're in a good place. I don't think we need 24/7. I don't think there's enough people around to fucking chase him around.
You can get loads of guys from NXT.
You do the NXT guys, but anybody on the main roster that's come up or that are trying to develop themselves, so like a Ricochet and JD and stuff, it's just going to diminish them, having them fucking chase R-Truth around for a kid's title.
Let's face it, that's what JD's going to be doing when he's get kids out the Judgment Day.
Oh, well, apparently he left. He said he's had enough of it, hasn't he? Was it this week or last week?
Well, last thing I saw was Drew coming down going, I don't need you, you need me. And that was it. That's the last thing I saw. I didn't see anything to do with JD, but I could be wrong. Yeah, obviously AEW, Tony Khan has been in the news again. Obviously, one of the reasons is because of what the Elite fantastically did to him. First time I'm ever going to say this, and the last time.
Won't be the last time.
Well, unless they're throwing through some glass, then I definitely will. I'll definitely praise him for everything they do to him. But he was doing an interview after the NFL draft, and he compared AEW to Pepsi and WWE to what's his name, Weinstein.
Don't know why he compared AEW to Pepsi.
Weinstein.
Pepsi's wank anyway.
No, it's not. It's fucking mint. All right.
You can't even drink it now. Oh dear, he's back on the hard stuff.
Back on the wagon.
Don't like Pepsi. I don't.
Coach minging.
I don't. I find Pepsi too sweet, especially Pepsi Max. But yeah, it's just
That's
Tony
why I like
Khan. Like as the
it's
weeks
not rubbed
go
off
on,
great with WWE talent. Never mind Triple H, but WWE talent haven't took it a good way, and some AEW talent haven't took it great either.
no. Considering what Harvey
And
Weinstein's
again,
done.
it's him.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen until then. How far is he going to be allowed to run his mouth? Not even run his mouth, just say fucking stupid things before someone steps in and goes, "Look, yeah, just shut up." No, you just stay backstage. You just bankroll this, do whatever, but you don't talk about the companies. But yeah,
It
it's
still
going to come.
is. And again, we say it all the time. It stop, man. Just fucking stop. It's boring. Triple H hasn't come out and said, "Oh, AEW, that tiny percent company," ever since he said it. Like, or Nick Khan. You'll never see Nick Khan come out and say anything because he just doesn't. It's not what he does. He stays behind the scenes and does the social media people do the social media shit like they're supposed to.
Yeah.
But it's not only that, but ever since he said that, he's now been dropped from a major Latin American platform, so he's not on there anymore. He's still not signed a contract for TV when that's up in September in America. No contract's been signed, and apart from what I've been reading, nothing's nowhere near to be done. And there was a plan to have him on DAZN, AEW on DAZN.
Mm.
They dropped it after the All In pay-per-view because the pay-per-view buys on what they were currently doing were nothing compared to what Tony Khan said they would do. So DAZN ripped the contract up and said, "We're not doing it."
It's on him. It's shit. Fine, it's on.
No, I know, but it's a streaming platform that they could have had on there, and they could have earned money out of it.
He developed their own streaming platform. Saying that for ages. Got enough content now.
No, we know they have, but at the moment, they look like they're not even getting a channel to put it on in September.
No, he'll retract that statement. He'll be made to retract that statement. Watch by some company, somebody that he wants to work with. He'll have to retract that statement. And some bollocks said it in the heat of the moment. Didn't think what I've said. It was an excitement of da da da. He'll come up with some sort of fucking. They'll be retracted. Yeah, it's look it. All he's going to do if he carries on is he's going to lose talent because he's going to come out and say shit like that. It's going to piss talent off, and they're going to walk away. And then what's he going to do when he's got the fucking only talent he's got left is
The Elite.
no, the Elite will be first one that goes, mate.
You think? I don't think they will.
Right, they're
I think it'll be the people that are Triple H guys that'll go first.
The first one's Triple H guys and stuff. But if he keeps making comments like this, they're Christian boys. They don't drink or nothing. So and obviously they're all about family shit and the wives and they've all got wives, kids, stuff like that. They won't hang around if he keeps making comments about like that. Harvey Weinstein and shit like that. He'll be gone. Did walk away. I know he obviously. I already know that the Christian boys and stuff like that because we're watching like the BTA and stuff like that. They read the book. Kenny as well. Kenny's all about values and stuff. He was on Twitch this week, and someone come in and said something about Roman Reigns. He's like, "Hey, no, not in my stream. I actually, rate Roman Reigns." But yeah, so don't know. And we say it all the time when we talk about him. Someone just needs to tell him, look, just stay backstage, sign things off, and just stay quiet. Far more successful, but Scott D'Amore. That's what we're going to say again. Scott D'Amore. But no. But talking of AEW, if you haven't watched Dynamite, probably one of the better segments that's happened in Dynamite in a long time happened this week.
Well, I was going to get to that in a minute, only because there's something else I just need to say. I forgot about it. It just popped up. Matt Cast has been suspended.
He was on
for
the
his
SmackDown.
comments. No, it was after Dynasty, for his comments on Dynasty to do with Vince McMahon. AEW suspended him, but then Tony Khan can go around and say what he wants, by the way. But his talent can't.
The thing is, though, with Max Caster, so he had this done to him, I think just before you started watching it, where he made comments about one of the USA gymnasts, and he got suspended, and he was told any rap that he will be doing now, he has to run it by creative, and they have to sign it. So unless he's gone rogue when he's gone out there, it doesn't explain why they're suspending him, unless, you know, one of the companies like Warner or TBS is going to go, no, you can't say that. But yeah, he's been done for that before. Do you know what? I believe he likes. I think he does make music in his own personal life. It's fucking pants on TV. It's just gives me John Cena 2009 vibes, fuckonomics. But John was fucking good at it. Just come out with the hype for, drop the gimmick. It's fucking shite. It really is shite. I don't think they did it all in, did they?
Yeah, they did it all in. Don't know what it's about though, but they did it all. I don't think it was Vince.
Because as much as I remember all in, because of the placement of that match for me, it was too late in the card, so I don't really remember that match.
No,
I remember
the match. I don't remember his rap.
I mean, all I remember is the House of Black's entrance, because it had the lantern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we'll talk about Dynamite.
But Sammy Guevara's fucking been suspended for what he did, the botched move on Jeff Hardy.
Yes, still suspended.
It fucking happens.
Then, again, Tony Khan can say what he wants.
Yeah, that's what happens when you bankroll it. But why? If they suspended everybody that botched the move,
I know they'd be fault, wouldn't they?
WWE, if that was the rule in wrestling, you botch a move, you're suspended. Fucking WWE would be missing a load of superstars as well.
When Ronda was doing it, she'd be suspended every week.
Fucking Shotzi. We never see Shotzi again.
Aaliyah.
Fucking.
Anyway,
yeah.
we don't talk about botch stuff.
Bridge Holland.
Rest in peace, Biggie. Yeah, Dynamite. We'll talk about Dynamite. I'll let you go with it.
I like I said to you, I've said last week, say it again. I'm on a bit of a high with wrestling at the moment, so I'm watching as much as I can when I can. Obviously, working most of the week, it's hard to watch and fully focus on it to give proper reviews. But I enjoyed Dynamite again this week. Back in Jacksonville, where Dynamite was at its best.
By the way.
Jackson, that Daly's place, mate, it's fucking tiny. It's where they did the COVID. They've got the little bit behind the ring where they come out.
Yeah.
They've got during the side, and then they've just got one stand. That's all it's there.
I just thought it was just dreadful.
Yeah. During COVID, it was better because they had wrestlers at the side of the ring.
Yeah.
They were more interactive. But that's when they did the best stuff at Daly's place for me during COVID. But no, it was good. Obviously, you had your new champions. Swerve come out. He had a match with Carl Fletcher. Good match. Both of them had a good match. And you had Willow Nightingale come out, and obviously Mercedes Moné come out and challenge her and accuse her from attacking her when the lights went out the other week. Trent attacked Orange. Obviously called out Chuck to choose his allegiance, and Chuck aligned with Orange, but he said he wouldn't be cleared for a match in the ring, so they want a match in the parking lot, which was on Rampage. I haven't watched yet. I'll watch that today. Mox took on Willie Hobbs. Apparently, Will Hobbs picked up an injury during that match because it should have ran longer. And Jericho come out with a new gimmick, which even for me I'm just bored of now. He's changed his gimmick every week. He's now the learning tree. Big Bill.
Yeah, I'm getting to the point where I don't actually care if Jericho retires tomorrow.
Do you know what the issue with him is? Is it's a new gimmick, and I know he can get things over, and he can do like I mean he got a fucking list over. He can do it, but it's too many. I feel like so when he started, he came in as the Paymaker and all that sort of stuff, and then he started with the
Inner Circle.
yes, started with Inner Circle. Inner Circle was amazing. I absolutely loved the Inner Circle. Never really did anything properly with the Inner Circle other than them being Jericho's henchmen. Like Ortiz and Santana should have won the titles in the Inner Circle. Sammy Guevara should have picked stuff up. Then that dropped. Then he did the JAS, the Jericho Appreciation Society. Pants. I absolutely hated it. Only reason that probably existed was to get Daddy Magic and Cool and Luke, whatever he's called, over. Didn't work. Then he did a bit of tagging with Kenny and then he got injured. Became a wizard.
Yo, Wizard Chris.
Lionheart Chris. We've had Lionheart Chris Jericho. We've had the Painmaker. We've had Y2J Chris Jericho, I think, at some point. Now we've got this learning tree. I get it. You know, you can get things working, but just give us Jericho.
Yeah.
He's not even using Judas no more.
No, he's got another Fozzy song now, hasn't he?
Yeah. But then have Big Bill, come out and said he wants to learn under the learning tree. It's just a new Jake Hager for Chris Jericho.
He's been in the business a bit too long to be under a learning tree now, hasn't he?
Yeah, and I'm sure he went under the learning tree of Dusty Rhodes in NXT. So, yeah.
Yeah, it don't make no sense.
We've got a new gimmick from fucking Jericho with the FTW titles. And then, Will Hobbs. Back to Will Hobbs and Mox. Our friend Takeshita came out and eyeing up Mox's belt. And then it closed the show. Well, during the show, the Elite arrived at the beginning with the Tony's locker room office. Came out midway through the show, and the interviewer was trying to ask if he's been reinstated, and he just kept walking past him. Then I think Matt said Tony's agreed to meet Jack Perry in the ring, and then later in the show came out. Jack Perry sort of apologized for everything, and if they could shake it out and get him reinstated, did. He shook, hugged, and Jack Perry looked down the camera, raised up Tony Khan's hand, and then punched him in the stomach with the microphone, which led to one of the worst reactions, bumps ever. Hit the deck, and then remember that he's meant to roll around in pain. And it's brought out the Elite, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson and Okada. Like they're going to defend him. Then they hit him with the Meltzer driver. Crowd went wild.
Matt went wild.
And yeah, they wandered off, raised arms together, and now we've got a new Elite with Okada and Jack Perry. And this week they've announced that Kenny Omega returns.
Yeah, he said he's unsure about it, didn't he? On Twitch.
But, yeah, he weren't sure if he's ready yet. He said he's about 80% ready, and he'd rather be 100% ready to come back. But apparently it was more his family, because it's in his hometown. It's more about it. It was more his family getting on to him about coming back for the show in Winnipeg than anything. So he's like, well, yeah. To be fair, if you think about his career, I think he spent more time outside of America than he has inside America as a pro wrestler. So I suppose if he's only got so much long left, you're gonna want to see your family to see you in the ring to whether he actually does anything. I did message Ted about it.
Bro.
Message Ted about it. Ted's like, he's really worried. Is he doing a Daniel Bryan and an Edge coming back just to announce his retirement?
All right, okay.
And I'm like, no, don't think like that. Kenny's coming back. He's going to get attacked by Okada, and it's going to start that storyline nobody wants.
Again.
Yeah.
So I didn't watch Dynamite. Did I watch Dynamite? No, I did. I did watch Dynamite. Yeah, because I watched it when I watched TNA. I my thoughts. I said it before the pod started. I don't agree with the way they did Swerve. I feel like when your champion has just won the title, I feel like that should be the main thing on the show, regardless of what anything else is going on, like storyline wise. If your champion is just a guy that's been grinding to get to the title and he's finally got the title, and you have him in a match that doesn't mean anything in terms of Swerve and what he does, it needed for me. It needed a big celebration. Swerve coming out and saying, obviously, he finally done it, finally got to the big one. Prince Onana dances, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
it needed a big celebration and
I forgot one of the other
elevated
matches,
Swerve.
and obviously I think this other match being what it was, they had like a battle royale, didn't they? First one to get a pin and won, but it was people coming in. I think obviously with scheduling that maybe took away, because it was really good. That Will Ospreay was amazing in it. For number one title shot, number one contender title shot for the international whatever title Roderick Strong's holding. And I just think, yeah, I get what you mean. I said this to you before. I understand that obviously, as a new champion anyway, you should be paraded first episode, and I know WWE does it. And I said to you before, yeah, they did it wrong, because even if they brought him out later in the show, they should have made more of a big hoo-ha about him than just bringing him out. And I don't even think he said anything, did he?
Nope.
No, he didn't, did he? He
Nope.
come out and they prayed
That's
to
what
put
I
him
mean.
in the match. Should have given a bit of TV time, whether it was out later or whatever. He should have got a bit of TV time to talk about it, whether it was first or last or in between. I agree with that. He should have been given some TV time. Then bring out his opponent and have them challenge, create something from it, not just bring him out and start a match and tell us halfway through the match what the match is for. I do agree.
Do you know what it felt like? It felt like, remember the old world title in the 2012, 2013, when it was second fiddle to the WWE title, because the WWE title was always with Orton or Cena. That's what it felt like. It felt like there was another big title above him. There isn't, obviously. But it felt like there was another big title. Well, New Japan Pro Wrestling Championship, is it? No, John Moxley's got.
I don't even think it's that. Do you know what I think the problem is? I know we've said it before. They've got too many.
No, I know, but yeah, and that's exactly that's it. Actually, yeah, they've got too many belts. But the AEW title should be the belt, and if your champion has just won that, then you parade that champion, no matter who it is. When he won it, you parade him through it and make him look like $1 million.
Absolutely.
They made him look like a Sheamus who's just won it at WrestleMania in 2 seconds.
Absolutely.
No offense to Sheamus.
I think there's too many belts, and they promote too many. I know ROH is technically their company, but they promote too many other companies' belts. And I agree with you to a degree with the IWGP title. I know it's on Mox, and it's working relationships and stuff like that. But if you're going to put Mox on in the main event, and he's the top guy, and he did, in your head, he deserves the main event shot because he's held that title. But then he should hold the AEW World title. Then he's going to main event. So if you want to have the match with Swerve in whatever, have the match later. Have Swerve as the main event. You're absolutely spot on. He's the title holder. He should be main eventing. If he's got ever a match, he should be main eventing. He's Dynamite. Do
you know what would have been better to do it? Have the Elite do it first, or John Moxley first against Hobbs. If they really wanted to go down the route, keeping everything the same, they should have had Moxley Hobbs open the show, or opening match, because they had the best friends thing first. Then in the middle, have the Elite and do what they did with Tony Khan. Have the big after the feels after it of, is Tony Khan okay? Not that anybody cares, but is Tony Khan okay? Is he going to survive? Blah blah blah. What's happening with the Elite? The Elite bragging about it for the rest of the night, and then you have Swerve end the show with Swerve. That's how they should have done it.
I would, I get where you come from. I agree with you mid card doing the Elite stuff, but I also like the way they ended on that too. But that's near here nor there. You could still had Swerve come out and had Tony Khan come out and celebrate with him, and my new
Yeah.
champion, all that. And then Jack Perry comes out and was like, "Can we have a chat now?"
Do you know what? That would have been perfect, because then you do that. Tony Khan comes out, parades Swerve. You could do it to set up a feud with Swerve and Jack Perry.
Yeah, absolutely. You have him going, yeah, Swerve. Then they come out, Swerve's walking off. They hit the Meltzer driver. Swerve comes back, chases them away.
Exactly. Now, see, that gave me goosebumps, because I'm thinking that's mint.
Yeah. But that's
Jack Perry versus Swerve for the title with Tony Khan.
Teasing that anyway, because Swerve said something on, I think, Collision about it. So whether it's going to be Swerve or is it going to be Kenny Omega that's going to come to the rescue of, it cannot be Kenny, not Kenny. There's one guy, just on the whole Tony Khan and the Elite thing, there's one guy that can make the storyline from this. It's a good storyline to this. And he wears Burberry.
Yeah, he's still fucking injured though, isn't he?
Yeah. If you think about it, if you cast your mind back to when he was getting frustrated and he got that, he dropped his pipe bomb, as you want to call it, and he cut his mic off and he walked out and we didn't know what was going on. For him to come back and be the one that takes Tony's side, and I'm not taking credit for this, this is what Mark Henry and Bubba Ray said weeks and weeks and weeks ago when Jack Perry first turned up in New Japan. If MJF turns back up and he's the one that rescues Tony Khan, it's going to put him over massively his face, which they had him leaving on, and it will push Jack Perry and the Elite further into the heel world.
Yep.
And then obviously you could build, if you want a feud where they go into blood and guts, you have, I don't know who the fuck you'd have, because he doesn't have any friends. Yeah. MJF doesn't have any friends to back him up.
He did have.
He did have.
Fucking devil.
But then he somehow gets people to help him out, like Top Flight, Dante Martin,
FTR.
and whatnot. FTR. Yeah, FTR. That'll be perfect because they have Pinnacle history. Spot on. And Kenny, as much as Kenny dislikes it, Kenny joins him. The Drew McIntyre Judgment Day sort of thing.
Yeah.
And they take down, and then the Undisputed Kingdom come out for MJF. Once that storyline's done. But, like you say, MJF's still injured. And I don't want it to be Hook either. Don't do Hook. No.
If in doubt, send Hook.
If in doubt, send a Hookhausen. Hookhausen taking on the Elite for titles.
I'd love that. That's my one gripe with Dynamite. The whole Swerve thing. That was it. Everything else was okay. Willow and the championship celebration she did.
Do you know what? As much as I love him, Will Ospreay and what he's doing at the moment, I feel like he's being forced down the neck quite a lot.
Yeah, I agree.
And I'm not taking it away from him, and that's nothing he's doing wrong, because he's fucking phenomenal in the ring, mate. So good to watch, and I'm glad he's on TV. That's Tony Khan creative.
Yeah.
And I feel like putting him in this Intercontinental Championship thing against Roddy Strong, it's fucking pointless. Absolutely pointless. I'd rather see him work his way up the ranks and earn a title shot for Swerve. All in. But I reckon it'll go that way anyway. But the Don Callis family look like they're imploding as well after this week too. So.
They do. They do. And then you had Collision, and we had a return. We had Ray Phoenix returned on Collision. Which is always good to see a return, especially Ray Phoenix. He's very good in the ring.
Another return, or was it a debut?
It was. I had it up. Grizzled Young Veterans debuted.
Oh yes, that was who it was. Yes.
Now I liked the Grizzled Young Veterans in NXT before NXT UK. Then he got brought up to NXT and it's just as Vince took over NXT and it was the NXT 2.0, put him with Joe Gacy. He absolutely killed him and ruined anything they did. Then they got released and they were so happy. They went to TNA. They did a few matches in TNA, and now it looks like they're opening their own company, own wrestling company, but they're doing a few shows with AEW as well.
They're still
just
with
to get the
TNA
company
as
over.
well. They're still with TNA.
Yeah, the TNA have got no plans for them at the moment, so I'm guessing that's why they're doing what they're doing. They're not contracted to TNA, same as Matt Cardona and Seth Delander. They're not contracted, so they can do what they want, what they want. Yeah, nice.
Tore pec. I only seen it the other day on social media.
Yeah, that's why Steph Delander's doing a bit of some TNA stuff.
Yeah.
With the system. So yeah, that was AEW. Best thing coming out of it was Tony Khan getting injured because he's a twat and nobody likes him. On to SmackDown and the fantastic draft that was the draft. John's gonna have a rant about the draft in a minute. So
probably.
When I have a rant about Tony Khan and stuff, it's time for John to go in a minute. So we had night one of the draft. Now, in reality, if you think about it, they ain't gonna do major changes. They're not. I said it to John before we came on. If they're married and they're already on that show, they're the champion and they're on that show, or they're an announcer on that show, they are staying on that show. They're not getting moved. So for the examples I used was Samantha Irvine's on Raw. She's not being moved, so Ricochet's going to stay on Raw.
Yeah.
Becky's the women's world champ, for some reason. And where's Steph going to go? Raw. They're not going to split them up. Bianca's on SmackDown, which means the Street Profits are going to stay on SmackDown. I agree with what John's about to say. I agree with everything he says where they just shouldn't draft him. Should just leave them as they are. Yeah. So we started off with Cody and AJ on SmackDown, which was great to see them two in the ring and a contract signing not ending by someone being put through a table for the first time ever.
I enjoyed the contract signing, and I don't think I've ever said that before.
I loved it.
I really enjoyed the contract signing. I liked that AJ showed respect. I thought he would have brought up the match with Dusty, but that could still come this Friday. But yeah, I liked that they showed respect, and I liked that it did end up in a brawl.
Yeah, and so we opened with that. And as Cody was walking to the back, Triple H's music hit, and I'm like, what the fuck? Because Cody looked scared to death. And then it was obviously time for the beginning round portion of the drafts, however the way they do it. And the first lot was Bianca to SmackDown. Jey Uso stays on Raw. Carmelo Hayes got drafted to SmackDown, which is cool to see. I like Carmelo Hayes. He's very good. Seth stayed on Raw and Randy Orton stayed on SmackDown. We know why Randy stayed on SmackDown now, because of the bloodline. And the matches that's going to happen at Backlash. So yeah, then it was just, what it is. Then the next lot of draft was Bron Breakker to Raw, which was massive because Nick Aldis fought to get Bron Breakker on SmackDown, and now he's just gone to Raw. Nia Jax to SmackDown, which doesn't impress anybody because she's shit. Liv stays on Raw, and LA Knight stays on SmackDown. Didn't get that one. Didn't get LA Knight staying on SmackDown. I think it was time for him to change and go to Raw and do something on Raw with Jay as top baby faces. Bloodline stayed on SmackDown. We know why. I think Roman probably has a say on where they go as well. Sheamus stays on Raw. AJ stays on SmackDown. Alpha stayed on Raw. Andrade goes back to SmackDown. And then the weird one is Kiana James goes to Raw. Kiana James, I don't get it. I don't think she's ready. There's so many other Cora Jade when she gets fit.
I'm going to be honest here. I don't know who she is.
So the only highlight she got was before Alba Fire and Isla Dawn won the NXT Women's Tag Titles, she held them. That's the only highlight she has. She has nothing else.
Unless obviously Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and whoever else, and all that, they must see something. Then they've obviously think she's ready.
And then there was some other drafts picks off TV. That we didn't get to see. So Alba Fire and Isla Dawn moved to Raw. So they've officially moved. Baron Corbin, and I'm pissed off with this, has gone to SmackDown. So he's been broke up with Braun Breaker. Because Braun Breaker's on Raw. Yeah. They've split him up, which I think I said last week that was going to happen. We knew that was going to happen.
Just fucking signed the SmackDown contract.
But that's what I just said. That's literally what I've just gone through. He's just signed a new SmackDown contract. Nick Aldis has absolutely fought to get him on SmackDown. And then Raw have gone, yeah, okay, we'll take him. It makes Adam Pearce look amazing. Corbin being brought up, I didn't want. I don't want him to do it yet. I want him to stay on NXT and win at least the NXT title and have a good run of it, and then get brought up. Because is he an actual threat to Cody? No, not yet. Is he a threat to Logan Paul? Well, no, because they're both heels, so it ain't gonna work. Cedric Alexander and Ashante the Adonis was on SmackDown. Have a guess where they're staying.
On SmackDown.
SmackDown. Ivar was on Raw. Where's he staying?
He's on Raw.
Yeah. Shayna Baszler was on Raw. Where's he staying? Where's she staying? Oh, how did you know? The OC was on SmackDown. Have a guess.
NXT.
No, SmackDown. Well, they are on NXT as well, which is weird. And Zoe Stark was on Raw. Where is she now?
Now on Raw.
Oh, she's now on Raw. So the only two picks that changed were Corbin, Alba Fire, and Isla Dawn, Kiana James, Andrade, no, not Sheamus. Well, yeah, apparently Sheamus was on SmackDown according to this. Wasn't he? He was on Raw. And Nia and Carmelo Hayes.
It makes no point. It absolutely makes no point. It literally did. This one anyway. They have literally done this because of the NFL draft this week.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it feels like. Let's create like we've done a draft. Nothing's changing. And I understand partners stay together. Absolutely fine. Right. If they're on Raw, just don't draft them. Leave them. Don't do nothing. Don't use a draft pick for them. Fucking move people that can be moved. Do that. Create excitement. Bring more guys up from NXT that are ready. I mean, or even use a draft and bring a free agent in on it.
Night 2's tonight. Play a little game. Apollo Crews, where's he going? He's on Raw now. Where's he going?
He's going Raw.
I think he'll stay on Raw. Braun Strowman is currently on Raw. He's
on
announced
Raw.
for it. I think he'll go SmackDown. Bronson Reed.
Raw, because he's got storyline with Sammy.
Yeah. Candice and Indy.
Well, Raw DIY's on Raw.
Yeah. Carlito.
He's just started a SmackDown storyline, so he's staying SmackDown.
Yep. Chelsea Green, Pappy Niven. I think they'll move to SmackDown.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah, because they'll play out the storyline and she's complained to get a move.
Yeah. Punk.
Do you want me to answer that one?
Can't be worse than Tony Khan. Damage Control.
They will stay with her.
Personally, I would move them to Raw.
Yeah, but I don't think they're done with Bailey Hardy and Jay Cargill.
No,
Bianca.
that's what. But I think they should do.
Yeah.
I'm done. I don't want to see Io and Bailey again.
No, I think
I like to see Dakota.
Yeah.
But Asuka and Kyra are going to lose the titles this weekend. So, Diamond Mine.
Raw.
Yeah. DIY.
Raw.
Drew McIntyre.
SmackDown.
Think he's being moved away from Punk?
Oh no, then no. Unless they give Punk free agency,
because he's going to win the title, isn't he, from Damien?
Yeah.
Clash at the Castle.
Yeah, it's for
Final Testament.
SmackDown.
I think they'll go Raw. Not that anybody wants this person. Vinci.
I think he'll stay where he is.
Imperium.
I think it's at the time they move it to Imperium across.
I agree. They won't. They'll stay on Raw. Jade Cargill.
Stay where she is.
Yeah. Judgment Day.
Stay where they are.
Kane and Carter on a chance.
They could move because they're irrelevant.
Wow. No offense to you guys if you watch.
No, I don't mean it in that way, but they've got no storylines. They're not tied down
None
to
of the
anything.
women tag team have bad Chelsea Green.
Yeah, so they could be one of the ones that they move. So people move.
KO.
Stay on the SmackDown because it's this storyline.
Legado del Fantasma.
They could move them, but then again, they're in the storyline as well at the moment with LWO again.
Which brings in the next team, LWO.
Yeah.
Natalia.
Do you know what? I've seen Natalia going to NXT.
Sure it is.
But it'll probably stay where she is. She's another one that could move because they need to move people.
She'll go to SmackDown. Naomi.
She'll stay SmackDown.
Yeah, wherever Jimmy's going, she'll go. New Catch Republic. SmackDown.
Could flip.
I mean, I can see him flipping to Raw, to be fair. They were one of the teams I said to myself the other day that they'll move. New Day.
Stay where they are.
Odyssey Jones. Forgot he was a part of Raw. He's not been seen. SmackDown. Pretty Deadly. SmackDown.
Yeah.
The Pride. SmackDown. Shinsuke.
He's another one could be flipped around.
Tegan Knox. She's tag team with Natalia at the moment.
Is she? For the split?
I don't know, man. I'm lost with it. It's a feud I'd love to say I care about, and I don't. Tiffany Stratton. SmackDown. Now, the wrestlers not included in the draft is Alexa Bliss, Big E, Brock Lesnar, Carmella, Charlotte Flair, Dexter Lumis, Eric, Jimmy Uso, Nikki Cross for some reason, Omos, Raquel Rodriguez, Rhea Ripley, Roman Reigns, Shotzi, Sonya Deville, Tamina, Uncle Howdy, and Valhalla. Are all the ones that are not. She's on maternity. Valhalla's had another kid.
Yeah. So Ivar is really on his own.
Is it Eric or Ivar? I thought it was Eric. That's why Eric's off.
Yeah, no, Eric's off of an injury, a neck injury. She's been working with Ivar. Now Ivar is literally on his own.
No, I knew that bit. I mean, that who's married to Valhalla? Is it Eric?
Eric. Yeah.
Oh, so why he's been injured? He's been pumping her. Fair play. Yeah. Fair play.
But yeah, it's a good job Ivar can do bits, isn't it?
Ivar's great. I like Ivar. The draft. Is it a draft? No. Is it a draft of wrestlers who haven't got anything to do, so we'll move them different brands and call it a draft? Yes, that's what it's called.
It's fucking pointless. Absolutely.
Any NXT people?
I think you obviously Ilya will come up. That's a cert.
I think Ilya
will come up. Could see probably another female potentially, but
I think it'll be. Do you know what? I could see Chase U coming up.
I was thinking Chase U in my head then, but then I just fucking there's no need for it. There's really no need for this draft. Like if you think of drafts of past, like fucking Taker being moved and then being pissed and them splitting people up and stuff in the past, and they were proper drafts. This is just, like I say, NFL drafts running at the moment, or I don't know if it still is, but the NFL draft's been on this week. Let's piggyback off the excitement of NFL draft, announce the WWE draft at the same fucking time, and try and get some hype around the shows around it. And granted, like you say, Carmelo and Cody had a great match off the back of the draft, but nothing's changing. Nothing substantial is changing because title holders can't be moved for the first time ever in any of the WWE drafts. They can't be swapped around. It's fucking pointless. And then, like you say, if you're on a show with your other half, you ain't getting split. They're not splitting them. And that's why Andrade's jumped to SmackDown, because that's where she is. It
shit,
just,
so Charlotte will go to SmackDown.
yeah, it just doesn't make fucking sense. It really don't. It's like, unless like, well, potentially tonight you've got the potential of like, no, you haven't, because it's Raw. To say Fatu coming in tonight, but it's not. It's Raw.
Yeah, no bloodline on tonight.
No, so it's like tonight's shows.
Fatu will be Backlash.
Tonight's shows, you're gonna have probably something from Damian Priest and Jay, obviously for Saturday.
Gable, Sammy.
Gable and Sammy, and then a filler match.
Fallout from Imperium.
Probably something from Ricochet because he's just won that speed title, so they'll probably get him on TV with that around his waist to promote it a bit more. And then it'd be filled with the rest of the stuff, and then they bring in fucking Hall of Famers as well to do it.
So I'm not got an issue with the Hall of Famers doing it. Don't care about that. Michelle McCool, how much gel does she need to put in her hair to keep leaving it slick back like that?
It's a thing, mate. It's a thing.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a thing. Yeah. For about a couple of years now, when they make their hair look like it's fucking soaking wet. Yeah, it's been a thing for a while.
Just put water on it.
Yeah, but water dries quicker than wet look gel, doesn't it?
It looks fucking stupid. Honestly.
Yeah, it did. Michelle McCool looks good when she's wearing a combat pants and a tank top of her hair and
ready to kick some ass in the ring.
Yeah.
Tori Wilson looked phenomenal as ever. Dudley Boyz looked great. Teddy Long looks like he just needs to sit down and just chill out for a bit.
I thought when they did the segment about the tag team match.
With the guys at tag team match,
yeah. You got to go 1-on-1.
With the Undertaker.
I know. They should have done it. And Nick Aldis going, no, Teddy, no, you got it wrong.
Yeah. They missed a step with that. JBL, don't care about JBL. I've not cared about.
I can't stand. I dislike JBL because obviously coming out that he's a bit of a bully. Don't like bullies. Don't like JBL. And I used to love the APA.
I love the APA. I liked JBL's title reign in 2004, but other than that, I can't stand the fucking bastard. Who else came out? Was that it? Dudley Boyz. I can't remember any others. But yeah.
I'll tune in. I'll watch a bit tonight. Obviously, we're not filming tomorrow morning, so I don't even know what I'm doing tomorrow. I think it depends how I'm feeling. So I might stay up a bit late. The issue is because it's on so late. If it doesn't interest me, it gets turned off. I'll just watch it the next day. That's the issue. If I'm not gripped, and that's what happened with SmackDown. I turned off. I was well excited for the draft, and then I watched the first couple of rounds. I'm like, nah, can't do it.
I stayed up for SmackDown. I like SmackDown every week, regardless of the draft. I enjoyed SmackDown. I enjoyed the Bloodline.
I stay up for Raw. I think as well because I work Saturday morning.
Well, I did. Yeah, I don't start till 12, so I mean I've got a bit more leeway on it. But I enjoyed the Bloodline. I enjoyed the AJ Cody thing at the start. I didn't enjoy it, but it made me a little bit intrigued at Carlito turning heel, which we all know it was anyway. But it was just the draft filler, which I felt was shit. It could have been filled with other stuff. Naomi and Tiffany was a great match. I thought it was a really good match until Nia Jax came in and ruined everything.
I'll be really honest now. I think about it. I don't think I've gone back and watched the rest of it. I must have done. I must have done on Saturday because I watched the football Saturday afternoon, obviously, and then I did. I definitely did because I was watching that, and I remembered I could watch the other games that was on, so I put them on my iPad afterwards. So yeah, I did watch it, but I'd say I prefer Raw myself. Always have done anyway, but I think because I don't have work on a Tuesday as well, I do stay up a bit more for it. But
I was always a SmackDown guy, man.
Yeah, well, I flipped the flop. For me, it was always who I liked at the time, where they are. Obviously now Cody's over on SmackDown. I got to tune in a bit more. But I really enjoyed Dynamite this week. I'm going to watch Collision and Rampage this evening, unless the wife wants a laptop.
Which means you're not.
Well, she's been on it for a few days, so I might be all right. But yeah, I'm gonna watch them tonight. Ready for obviously this week's run, and then yeah, probably watch Raw later. So mate,
Are we doing live stream on Saturday? I'm doing a live stream Saturday, so if you're in,
I will have to get it'll be a need to know business thing on that one for me, mate, because my little niece's party's at 2.
Yeah.
It's an hour away. It's an hour there, an hour back. And I'm taking people there and taking people back, and I don't know if I'm going to go for food. So it'll be one of them ones I will let you know on the day as I know me. I want to get back and get on with it. I might, if I get back and join late, and obviously catch up after, maybe do that. I don't know, but my plan is to be back in plenty of time for it. But as you're aware, when you do these things, people plan things for you. Your plans get changed. So, but yeah, absolutely jump on it, and obviously make sure everybody that watches to tune in with Matt. You're doing it on YouTube as well as.
I won't be doing it on. I don't think I'll be doing it on TikTok. I can't do both at the same time. It won't.
Can't do TikTok anyway because we're not able to go live.
Not TikTok, Twitch. You know what I mean? On Twitch, it
you
won't let me do it.
Yeah,
no, you need the Plus subscription. It's £20 a month, and I'm not doing that.
Right, yeah. So YouTube.
So it'll be on YouTube because that's where our subscribers are. So that's where I'll do it.
Yeah. So if you are watching this, come Saturday. Don't forget if you're
6 o'clock start.
Yeah, if you're not going to be watching the pay-per-view due to whatever reason, you haven't got it, whatever, Matt will be doing live stream, live reacts. I may be there. There's a slim chance, but it's going to happen more this year. Definitely, whether it be one of us or two of us, it all depends on the schedules and how we are that day. So absolutely going to happen more. I may even start doing AEW ones as well. But we'll see how we get on. And obviously, audience-wise, it plays a big part of whether we keep going on them because we have to sit at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and it's just sitting there doing ourselves for ourselves. It's a bit dull, but yeah. So get on there, interact with Matt if he's there. Obviously, if I'm there as well, me. Let us know your thoughts. You want to see the predictions? You've got to go watch the other video. Also go back, and if you haven't watched it, as you can see behind Matt, our awards were on our last videos last week. We had the wonderful Teddy being the adjudicator, picking very one-sidedly towards Matt.
I had the better picks. I can't lie.
But yeah, Ted's probably got himself rescinded. Also, a bit of a news, actually, breaking news, guys. Actually, some new content the fellas are planning, mentioning Teddy. Obviously, Ted's really big into his New Japan wrestling, and me and Matt, I watch it from time to time. Matt's, he's never watched it. It's not anything against it. He's just never watched it. But Ted's big into it. So I don't know how it's going to work yet. We haven't worked out, but Ted's going to be shooting a little video for us. And obviously every week or every event or whatever, doing a bit of a breakdown of it for us. And we're going to get it out on the channel. So keep your eye out for our Japanese correspondent, Teddy. Breaking down all things all New Japan.
Over to you, Teddy. It's great.
We should get him the video a little Ollie Watkins style video and just plot it.
Yeah, we will do. We'll do it.
But yeah, so keep an eye out for that as well as the rest of the stuff that's coming. Like I said earlier on, social media's all below. Hit the TikTok up for me. Let me know what I should be drawing the letters each week. I'm going to try and make it a weekly thing if I can. Obviously, if I don't get no replies, then I'm picking the letter. I'm picking the people. You ain't got no choice. But yeah, till next time. You.